last summer, right? It was like me and 5 other castmates. We were doing like a Wild 'N Out tour across the country, and we're talking to some of the locals about the language barrier. Because people in London, like, they speak English, but not really. Like, if I say personality, they'll be like, personality. He'd be like, there's more letters in there. You're leaving a couple out, but I see what you're saying. Tomato, tomato, I get it, okay. And I was talking to one dude, and he was explaining to me how, like, they have different names for them. They call things different names than we call them. And the example he used was, like, instead of calling them, like, boxers or underwear, he called them, it's Knickers, knickers. Which was dope news for me because I just talked about my underwear the whole time and nobody could say shit. Like, I just turned into Denzel, walk around in just my boxers. People be like, what are those? I'd be like, my knickers. People be like, oh, those are dope. I'd be like, thank you, they're my favorite pair. I die for my knickers. I was skinny dipping. The girl's like, you're not gonna take those off? I was like, knickers, please, come on. Are like Calvins right now? White people, if you have a speech impediment, do not repeat that. It's a very fine grammatical line to walk. It's a weird world, man. Like, I feel like words just have too much power. You know, white people can't say certain things around black people, just like black people, y'all can't do certain things around white people. Like, reach for your driver's license. Real shit. Look how uncomfortable all the white people got. It's real shit though. You have to be able to talk about like real things happening. I told that joke in Long Beach like 3 weeks ago, right? And this lady actually came up to me after the show to complain about it. It was a white woman because white people love to be offended for other people. It's our favorite extracurricular activity. This is kind of serious, but has a funny point to it. This lady comes back after the show. She was like, I don't think you should do that joke. I was like, what joke? I knew which one. I don't think it was the Amish thing that set her off. Highly unlikely. She comes up to me and she's like, I don't think you should do that joke, like the one about black people or whatever, just because like, I don't think you should do it because like, I don't know, you say you grew up with a black best friend. Who's got their alarm right now? Who's taking naps at this hour? Like, fuck out of here. It's been 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. I gotta restart my character. Okay. This lady comes up to me. I've told the joke. She comes up to me. She's like, I don't think you should do that joke because of like how you come off. Like, you say you grew up with like black best friends. Like, you talk the way you do. Like, you dress the way you do. Like, I feel like you're just coming across like something like you're not. Like, you come across acting like a wigger. And I was like, first of all, nobody has said wigger since Malibu's Most Wanted came out. Like, that's not a thing anymore. She was like, okay, well then, how do you explain it? I was like, okay, let me put it this way. I'm 21 years old in the year 2017, an era where, let's say, hip-hop music is one of the largest genres of music in the entire world, celebrated by everybody. So because I dress a certain way, talk a certain way, or hang out with certain people, like, the world shouldn't be split up into, like, black people do this, white people do this. If you try to do something another culture's doing, you're trying to, like, take away and be something you're not. Like, that divides us, not brings us together. Now, if you think about it, my entire generation basically is cultural appropriation. Which, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when you take a part of someone else's culture, incorporate it into yourself, your art form, whatever it is you do to better yourself where you're putting it towards. And she goes, you don't find that to be stealing. I said, no, it's learning. Because if you think about it, the more you learn about someone, the more you understand them, right? Yeah. The more you understand them, the more likely you are to get along with them, right? So it's all about common ground. For example, when I walked on stage, I'm sure every dude in here was like, man, I got nothing in common with this dude, probably not gonna like him, probably not gonna think he's funny. But as soon as I come up here and say something like, who in here like big titties? All those guys are like, let's give him a chance. When I got this chin, I thought things would be different. I thought things would be easier. I thought dating would be easier. No. Maybe it's me. I'm very picky. I'm so hard to date. I have such a specific type. I predominantly only date older women, just personal preference. Like late 30s, early 40s, oh my God, such a sweet spot. Oh, well, not ones who sit in the back. This bitch is wooing from her handicap spot in the parking lot.
I also don't know if you match the criteria. It's got to be late 30s, early 40s, man. Because women are kind of like Captain Crunch, right? Like, they're the best right before they're gross. Fuck y'all, that's a solid cereal joke, okay? Because if you fuck with Captain Crunch, you know it's a very fine window. If it tears your mouth up and it's oatmeal, okay? It's a very fine line. And it's like 42. Apparently, who knew? Some of y'all not laughing because you're sitting there with some grits. And that's fine. Snitch on yourself if you want to. Maybe a little brown sugar in the front row. Put your dash on. That's how you holler. No verbal communication needed. I knew what that meant. Yeah, older women are so dope, man. Sometimes they got kids, which means they got snacks. I'm so easy, man. I can't cook at all. I'll fuck you for a Lunchable. That's a fact. I'm so easy. Are you kidding me? If you have a crock pot, I will shut shit down. To the best of my ability. I don't know who you were dating before me or what they were doing, but I don't want to make false promises. Because sex is hard. It is. Ladies, y'all have it so easy. Oh, never heard that before? I fully believe women have sex so much easier than men. Oh, yeah. One hoe in the back, just like, yeah, it just opens up. It's crazy. It just does its own thing. Dudes come out of her pussy like this. I think it's so true. It's so much less work. All you technically have to do is like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all. Just be punctual. That's your only responsibility, is to be on time, because we will start without you. That's the only requirement. Do you realize as a man, like, there's a certain level of excitement I have to get, and I have to maintain this excitement the entire time while I'm focusing on a million things. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on you. I'm switching positions. It's a full court press the entire time. You focus so much that sometimes you go quick. If you fuckers leave me hanging on this right now like I'm the only dude who's at my special, y'all gonna disrespect me like this. Y'all ain't shit, man. Oh, I'm the only person ever to bust fast. Hilarious, you guys. Y'all ain't shit. You know that? It happens to the best of us, okay? There's no need to be a big deal, be a big problem about it. Would you be mad if your food came out early at a restaurant? No, you'd be like, the chef is killing it. I got all this time for activities. I don't come fast, I just respect your schedule, okay? I know you gotta take your kids to school in the morning, so. Sex is hard. The build-up is fun, though. Like sexting. Sexting is the most fun. Oh, my God. Dudes love sexting. We're so good at it. Because we're just lying the whole time. Oh, it's so easy. We lie so much. We talk so much game of what we can't wait to do to y'all when we see it. We ain't doing none of that ever at all. We're like the J.K. Rowling of dick pics. Like, we just writing fairy tales. The shit we are never going to do to y'all ever. We set the bar too high. We say crazy stuff like, girl, when I see you, I'm gonna put you up against the wall. I'm gonna fuck you in the curtains. Like, you ain't fucking nobody in the curtains. You've been to my house. I got blinds. You want me to scratch my back up? Not very practical. I lied recently. That's how the game goes. I was sexting with this girl, and like, I could see where she was going with it, but it was just rude of her to assume. Like, I was sexting with this girl, and she was like, I'm only 103 pounds. You could throw me around. Like, I responded as a dude. I was like, that's right. But on the inside, I was like, that's more than you think it is. Fellas, back back me up on this. But 103? Get the fuck out. Oh, it's nothing? It's light work? Oh, pick me up then. How about fuck your lower back? How about that? I haven't done a deadlift since 10th grade. Now fucking you's gotta be leg day? Now I gotta fuck you with one of those weight trainer belts that Mexicans wear in the gym for no reason? Mexicans be in the gym doing all arms, got a whole back brace. Like, why you got jeans on? I'm straight, but I'd love to be in gay shape. You know what I mean? You ever meet a gay dude? They're in great shape every fucking time, man. It's so impressive. Gay dudes stay in the gym. That's the guy's name, Jim. They just stay in there. They just turning it out, burning them calories, dog. It's dedication. You better respect it. That's next level fitness, bro. That's that level of in shape that, like, you could fight off another grown man if you wanted to, you know? That's up to you. You know what I mean? You put in the work, top or bottom. That's you, dog. That's your prerogative. God, and if they're not fucking shredded, they fucking dress impeccably. You guys look fantastic. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys know this, but gay men have a stranglehold on the fashion game. They are killing shit, bro. Nobody in this world dresses better than gay men. You better respect it. It's pretty impressive. I mean, you spend enough time in the closet, you bound to find something. You know, you just... Boots. Like, there is so much porn. Like, you've never been to the last page on Pornhub, ever. No, right? If you have, you're disgusting. Like, that shit is so deep. Like, Google doesn't go that deep. And what's crazy about it to me is just the fact that, like, there's so much, right? Like, there's millions of people who have had sex on the internet. Like, it's in the palm of your hand all day, every day. It's so accessible. And, like, you've never met any of these people? That's not weird to you? They're among us. Like, you've never been in Whole Foods and been like, you look so familiar. Like, how does that not happen? And I just love because there's so much. Like, people have to get innovative about it, man. Like, there's so many good categories. Dude, okay. There was one I came across a couple weeks ago, not literally. That's poor choice of words. So it was a couple weeks ago. I get home after like a mildly long day, and I'm doing that, and you know I'm scrolling, looking for a new one. And, like, you know, you've been like seeing it, and like I finally fucking find one. Like I don't recognize the fucking thumbnail for it, so I'm like, all right, click on it. And let me just start this with like, I don't know how to cook at all, not a fucking clue. Wouldn't even attempt it. Like I know nothing about cooking. So the video starts off as this dude. He's got like the camera like very like POV angle, right? Let's not be fucking children. You know what that means. It's his point of view the entire time. And the video starts out with his POV of him cooking eggs, right? And I can't cook eggs. Have never tried to cook eggs, but like, this wasn't it. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucking these eggs up for like 5 to 6 minutes. And I'm just like, fuck, how long is he gonna go? So for like 5 to 6 minutes, he's fucking these eggs up. And then like his stepdaughter like comes around the corner of the kitchen and is like, Ron, I really need my permission slip signed to go on this field trip. So he's just like, fucking, how bad do you want to go to the zoo? So she just starts sucking his dick because how else do you get to the zoo? And so for the next 15 to 20 minutes, it's just him panning back and forth between her sucking his dick and him fucking up these eggs. He cooked them the whole time. I had to watch to be like, is it an omelet? Like, how far is he gonna fucking go? I don't know, man. I was just so impressed. Like, I'd always wished I could meet like a porn star. Like, every guy kind of like fantasizes about like which one he would want to like, you know, hook up with in real life. But like, fuck, you don't always want to meet your heroes, bro. I met a porn star last summer. It was like meeting Bigfoot. Like, they just don't think it's gonna happen. My roommate and I, we were walking to get lunch, right, in North Hollywood, like 2 blocks from my house. And as we were going into the restaurant, coming out of the restaurant, was this beautiful girl, right? We both turn, we see her, we recognize her. It's Lisa Ann, who, ladies, she's like the #1 porn star in the world. Guys, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. My roommate sees her, loses his shit. He's like, dude. You know who that is? I was like, yeah, I have a right arm. I know who that is. He's like totally fangirling out. He's like, will you take a picture for me? I was like, come on, don't be that dude. He's like, please. Like, fine, whatever. Hands me his phone, runs over to her, asks for a picture. She's very polite, yeah, of course. Puts her arm around his waist, they're posing. I got the camera. 1, 2, 3, take the picture. He's like, you want one? I was like, oh, of course. So I go over. My roommate has the camera. She puts her arm around my waist. We're posing. My roommate has the camera. He's counting down 1, 2, 3. And on 3, as he flashes the camera, she leans in and kisses me right on the cheek. And my roommate loses his shit. He's like, oh! It's like the coolest shit ever! But like, I've seen her work. So I'm like, attempted murder. Like, you can't be out here just putting Mandingo on people's faces lately. Thank you guys so much. My name is Matt Rife. Thank you so much for coming out.